And good evening, everyone. Welcome to another exciting Saturday Night Wine Stream and another exciting episode of Drink with Rick. I'm Rick, and tonight we're going to open a wine from Spain. And I really enjoy some of the wines that come from the country, and I'm looking forward to trying this one. So this should be very, very interesting what we have tonight. Hopefully, I will enjoy it. I have some foods to pair it with, and I'm hoping that they'll go pretty well with this wine. I'm thinking that they probably will. We're going to give it a try. It's a rather eclectic collection of food and even a dessert. So we're going to give that a try tonight. Look, if you're just joining me for the first time, or for the 121st time, because this is Drink with Rick episode 121, yes, 121 bottles of wine. This is a stream of consciousness kind of show. I do have some show notes. They're right here with me. I have them right here. But I don't always follow them because this show isn't about me. This show is somewhat about the wine, but the show is really about you and me getting together on a Saturday night, kicking back, relaxing with our favorite libation, no matter what it is, and having a great time. Get some snacks, get your favorite wine, beer, grain alcohol, soda, water, whatever it is. Orange juice, it's fine. It's fine. Whatever you want to drink, it's good. As long as you're staying hydrated and you're drinking right along with me. We're going to toast some birthdays. We're going to toast some national days. And we're just going to have a good time. I've got a few dad jokes here if we have time for them. And, let's see. It's going to be pretty much an open chat. So you're calling the shots on this. You're the one calling the shots on this for what we're going to talk about tonight. Ask me questions. Give me feedback. Tell me some stories. Tell me how things are going with you. Tell me what you're drinking or what you're not drinking or what you'd like to see me drinking. And if I can afford to buy a bottle of what you're drinking, I'll see if I can afford to pick it up and try it out too. And I'll give it a fair and honest review. Now, of course, you can watch live and you can chat live right here on Facebook. We're live on Facebook. The Facebook page is Drink with Rick. You can watch and chat live on YouTube. YouTube is Drink with Rick. Also on Twitch. Twitch is Drink with Rick, the number 1. Drink with Rick 1. And on Twitter. Twitter is at Drink with Rick. Also, the podcast. The podcast goes out on Monday nights. Monday nights at 10 p.m. Eastern every Monday night. If you go to drinkwithrick.com, and you can actually watch live there if you want. The feed's going there live at drinkwithrick.com. If you go to drinkwithrick.com, click on the subscribe button. You can subscribe to Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Android, Stitcher Radio, Blueberry.com, iHeartRadio, Deezer, Amazon Music, podcastindex.org, and by email. If you click the email button, put in your email address, and I will send you the latest episode of Drink with Rick as soon as it drops. It'll come right in your inbox, and no salesman will call, and you can unsubscribe at any time if you want, but please don't. Please don't unsubscribe. You can subscribe to me, to the show, actually, live on YouTube, since it's live on YouTube. And I did tell you, did I tell you? No, yes, I did tell you that you can watch live here at drinkwithrick.com. Now, we don't have a chat going there live, but if you click on that post for that live show that's going on right now, you'll get a comment box pop up below. You can leave in your comments, and I will respond in kind. And look, you can leave comments anytime. And send your comments to rick at savoymedia.com. That's rick at SAVOIAMEDIA.com. You can also buy me a coffee if you want to support the show. There's no obligation to do that. And if you can't afford it, please don't. You need to eat more than I need to entertain you. But if you can, I'd be certainly happy if you could support the show a little bit by buying me a coffee, or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, whatever you want to give. It helps me keep the lights on. It helps me keep pay the bills for the show. And trust me, this is probably the most expensive show I've ever done. The series, Drink with Rick. It's and I don't really make anything off it, to be honest. So anything would help. It would be much appreciated. I don't like begging for money, and that's as far as I'm going with that. Okay. It's up to you. Anyway, I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. And I want to say hi to everyone who's joined us in the chat. CM Cinder's in the chat. She says, hoy, and I guess it means hi. And hi right back at you. Rye Bread Art is in the chat. Rye Bread Art says hello, and hello right back at you. Rye Bread Art, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Let's see if anything's going on Facebook. You know, I'm having a little trouble on my Facebook feed. My lovely wife, Chi, is in the chat. She says hello, and hello, Chi. And she made a really nice platter I'm going to show you in just a few moments. And my good friend Tim Bartlett's in the chat. He says, hi, Rick, and hi right back at you, Tim. You know, we're going to toast you too. I don't want to forget that. I've got a little toast for you too as well. So please stick around. I'm glad you're here. It's great to see you here. And I think, let's see what's going on YouTube. A little quiet on YouTube, but not unexpected, but it's okay. No problem. But if you're joining later on, feel free to hop in the chat, because I can see there are people there, folks watching and listening, but I can't tell who you are. And you can be anonymous if you want to remain anonymous. That's okay. That's okay. But please jump in the chat. This show is about you and me together, and please jump in the chat and tell me how you're doing, so I know you're there. Just say hi, even if it's just a hi, like Tim just did. Hi, Rick. Just say hi and tell me how things are going with you. All right, so I want to show you what we have tonight. This is a Spanish wine from Spain. It's a Puerta Plata, and this is I believe 60% Tempranillo and a 40% Grenache. So I think this should be a really good wine to try out. I'm looking forward to it. Also, to pair it with, we have these foods to pair it with. I have some spaghetti. This is a Spanish wine, but hey, spaghetti goes good with a lot of things. Spaghetti, and we have some, this is something that my lovely wife Chi made for us for dinner tonight. This is a corned beef. She gave us some corned beef and cabbage. And we have some cheeses, an assortment of cheeses here. We have the Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda is back. We're going to try it with this wine. Also, we have some Colby Jack, and we have this unexpected cheddar with Parm, which I tried on my spaghetti last night, and I really enjoyed that. That was very, very good. It's a little softer than a regular Parmesan cheese, but it's actually a very nice cheese. So that's what we have going on tonight. Let me check the chats one more time. Did I also tell you that tonight I'm going to tell you how you can win a free bottle of wine for July? And if you've been watching the show, you know how it works already. But for those who haven't been watching or watching for the first time, if you're watching for the first time, I'm going to tell you how you can win a free bottle of wine this month. And the doors are closing soon because the month is halfway over, but you still have time. You still have time to do it. Please give it a try, because Frank really gives away this wine. And he had a couple winners from last month, the June giveaway. He posted the winners, announced them, and he's sending them bottles of wine. So I'm going to tell you how to do that. You do have a chance to win, I tell you, and I'm going to tell you how you can get 4 chances to win. So stick around for that as well. As I said before, if we have time, we'll hit some dad jokes and see if we can do a little dad joke night as well. But once again, it's open chat. So feel free to just jump in the chat and tell me what's going on with you. Okay, so let's get to the wine. This is the Puerta Plata, or Puerta de Plata. It's actually, there's a D in there. Do. It's a Puerta de Plata. That's what it is. It's a Reserva. This is a Reserva. It's a 2014, and I've heard some really good things about this wine. It came from Trader Joe's. I'll tell you all about it in just a few moments. But let's tell you what. Let's read the back of this wine first, and let's find out a little bit more about this wine. Puerta de Plata Reserva 2014 is 60% Tempranillo, 40% Grenache. I like both kinds of wines. Now it says 16 degrees Celsius to 18 degrees Celsius temperature of service. No, I did not do that. Okay, I didn't chill the wine first. I should have, but I didn't. I was excited to get to the show tonight, so I didn't. Anyway, this is what it says. 12 months aged in French and American oak barrels, ruby red in color with garnet tones. Its aroma is intense and reminds of ripe red fruits, cacao and vanilla. In the mouth, it is opulent, full-bodied, and with a balance of minerals. Catalunya is where is the area of origin, and it is imported by Latitude Wines Incorporated of Danville, California. LatitudeWines.com. I did not go to the website. It is a product of Spain, and there is 14.5% alcohol, ABV, alcohol by volume, in this 750 milliliter bottle of wine. I'm excited to get to it and try it out. Let's go ahead and open it now, shall we? Let's do that. So to do that, I have my foil cutter here, and we're going to cut the foil. And it seems to be, I had to put a little more pressure on it there. There we go. Well, a little more pressure on it. Okay, well, I guess I'll just have to peel the foil, won't I? It doesn't look like it's cutting. This foil cutter's been through a lot. It might be getting a little dull here. All right, so we have, to open the wine, I have my trusty mechanical corkscrew. Let me get a close-up of this. There we go, that's better. All right, the mechanical corkscrew is on. And, well, I hope it comes out. There we go. I just cut it right at the edge. So, still not 100% out of there. Normally this works pretty well. There we go. Got it. Got it. As long as it didn't go into the bottle, the cork that is. It didn't crumble on me. All right, and we have the Veneto, my trusty Veneto aerator. I was told before that this is probably best to decant this wine. I thought about doing it. I thought about doing it before the show. I had so many other things going on. I was thinking, I don't know if I have time to do that. And I really didn't. But I've heard that it tastes better when it's been decanted. We'll find out. So anyway, I have the aerator in the bottle. And of course, to hold the nectar, the grape nectar, I have my trusty and wonderful and amazing, this is my Galway genuine Irish crystal glass from Ireland, given to me by my employers at BuyTwoWayRadios.com. And I'm going to pour just a little bit in here. Wow, it's almost kind of it's a very dark, I wouldn't say it's kind of ruby red, but it looks almost purpley. Isn't it? Yeah, very, very dark complexion. Looks very full-bodied, by the way. Let's set this aside before I touch it. We're going to let it open up a little bit because I didn't decant the wine, so we're going to give it a minute or two to open up, get things going there with the wine before I give it a first taste. In the meantime, let's learn a little bit more about this wine. Now, I went around on the internet finding some looking for some information on it. I did find a little bit. The Puerta Plata Reserva, Reverse Wine Snob calls it a solid party sipper. They gave it a pretty decent review. And this is a wine that I purchased from Trader Joe's. Apparently, that's mostly where you can find it, is Trader Joe's. If you're lucky enough to find it there, not all of them have it apparently, and they have it at certain times, and they don't carry it all the time. But when they do have it, it is recommended that you snap them up for a couple of reasons. One, I understand that the wine is supposed to be pretty decent for the price, and we'll find out. We'll find out in a moment. But another reason is because of the bottle. Now, I showed you the bottle before, but if you look at the bottle again, that's a pretty solid-looking bottle, isn't it? That's a very solid-looking bottle, and it is. It looks like a very expensive bottle where you would put a more expensive wine in, inside it, which is very interesting because I'm going to show you this bottle again. It has a very deep pit. The punt, as they call it. The punt is very deep. I'm not going to dip into. I made that mistake before, and those who are watching know. I said, hey, there's the punt, and yeah, I know. Anyway, so it has a very deep punt, and as I've explained before in times past, when you have a deep punt like that, it's usually reserved for wines that are going to have a longer shelf life. So it helps collect the sediment on the bottom, and that sort of thing. So it's for aged wines or wines that are aging. Now, it's also very interesting because this bottle also has a lot of I don't know if you can see all that very well, but it's a lot of decorative. Looks like grapes and things going on right there. So it's very decorative, the bottle itself. So they had to use a custom mold or something for these bottles. So they put some money into these bottles. These are not cheap bottles, apparently. That may give us a clue as to the wine, what quality the wine is. Usually does, not always, but usually it does tell us a little bit about the quality of the wine, and that they hold the wine in a little bit more higher esteem than some other wines. Like say maybe it's not back there anymore. $2 Chuck. Also, let's see, Vivino has 3.9 stars on it out of 5-star ratings. So it's almost 4 stars out of 5-star ratings. So it looks like it's pretty decent reviews there. And I checked on Cellar Tracker, and they seem to give it some pretty good reviews too. Now, I couldn't find much on pricing about the wine because apparently, once again, it's mostly found at Trader Joe's. That's where I found it, but I do have my receipt. Now, it does, Vivino does say it goes for about $8.99 a bottle, and that's what they have here. And I didn't check some of the other, I think that's about the going price on some of the other places where I found it. Vinopointer.com says it's $7.99 at Trader Joe's. Well, I'll tell you what, though, that's what I paid for it. I paid for this bottle, a 750 milliliter bottle of wine, $7.99 plus the whatever the tax is. It's my receipt from Trader Joe's. So we're going to find out if it's a $7.99 bottle or $7.99 value or not, for the wine itself. We're going to find out in just a couple of moments. Let me check the chat first here before I take my first sip and see what's going on there. Rybright Art says, I'm building a Lego set while I'm watching the stream, and now I'm craving spaghetti. Well, take a break from not from me, but take a break from the Lego set. I'm glad you're being productive while you're watching. People can do that. You can build Legos, you can put together a puzzle, you can drink, you can eat, you can do all kinds of things while you're watching me. As long as they're legal, okay? But if you take a nap, you're going to miss the show, okay? But you could, if you want to. Hopefully I'm not that boring. But you're building a Lego set. What Lego set are you building, Rybread? What's the Lego set that you're building? I was watching that Square Guy a bit last night, and he was starting to build a Lego set. He didn't get very far with it. I think he was opening a box with some things, and he was going to build a Lego set. He didn't really get that far, and I had to leave and go take the dog out before he could get the box open. So I missed a lot of that. Anyway, CM Center says Legos during stream. Ooh, yes, and I know that she's probably drawing during the stream, no doubt, or she's working on some other creative project. I know she has a number of creative endeavors that she engages in while she's watching. Good, there's nothing wrong with it. I like creativity, and hopefully I'm helping you become more creative. I think that's a good thing. If I can help you become more creative, that's a very good thing. CM Center says, I'm drawing right now. Okay, that's great. See? She says, LOL, how did you know? Yeah, I know. Rybridge says, I'm building the Attack on the Spider Lair set. Oh, that sounds kind of cool. How many Legos in that set? Is it a large or a small or medium set? A large one? Okay, let's see. Let me check. Whoops. Let me check. I don't know what I just did to Twitch. Everything's cool on Twitch? All right. I don't know what I did there. All right. Let me go back to Facebook for just a moment. And kind of quiet on Facebook, but I'm glad Tim and she are there. Let's give this a whiff and let's see what we got here. I'm trying to give it a couple extra minutes to open up since I did not decant the wine first. So let me see if there's anything else going on. Kind of quiet on YouTube. Yeah, it's quiet on YouTube. Okay, so let's get back. Okay, Rybert says it has 466 pieces. That's a fair size set. It's a fair size set. That sounds like it might take you a little while. Maybe it'll take you as long as we're getting through the stream, right? Think you'll be done by the time we finish the wine stream tonight? We'll see. Not that we're racing or anything. Okay, so let's take a look at this wine. Let me give it a whiff first. I think it's opened up a little bit. Maybe not fully. It's smells kind of jammy, actually. But yeah, it smells a little fruit forward. It smells like a lot of fruit. I'm getting some mix of cherry and blackberry, I think, and it smells a little leathery. Let me give it a taste. Wow, busy wine. Yeah, it's there's a lot going on there. A lot going on. Yeah, I'm getting blackberry, not so much cherry, but blackberry and plum, and I'm getting something else. It's a little oaky, and it is somewhat leathery. It is kind of an earthy wine, but it's got some tannin in it. It's not overly tannic. I was expecting to have more tannins in it, but it's got some tannins, and it's a very dry wine. Not too dry, but it's dry. But it is bold. It is a bold wine. It's a little on the bolder side. Not really unexpected, but it's a little on the bold side. But it might be because, as I was told before, this needs to be opened up quite a bit more. So it does taste jammy. It does taste jammy, and compressed with a number of different fruits in here. I mean, it's just they're all kind of bundled up, like, they're just bundled up in there. So I think they really need to open this wine up a little bit more. But it's not bad. And it has a long finish. It has a nice long finish. Now, as it goes down, it kind of smooths itself out a little bit. It starts off a little tart going down, but then it has actually a nice finish. It's a lingering finish. It's still lingering now. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. I like a wine with a long finish to it sometimes. I think this would probably go good with some Spanish food, maybe a little chipotle or something, a barbacoa, some barbacoa steak and cheese. That might go pretty well with that. It just might do that. Let me see what else is going on in the chat for just a moment before we get to trying it with some food. And I've got to pour a little bit more of this wine and let it sit for a few minutes. It's got to open up a little bit more, I think. And kind of quiet everywhere and Twitch is, so 466 pieces in the set. Not the largest set, not the smallest. And B-Skunk Gaming's just joined us in the chat. B-Skunk Gaming, is great to see you, as always. I'm glad you're here. Please stick around. We're going to have some fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. And some more dad jokes. Get the dad joke books out if you have them. If you don't, it's okay. I've got a couple right here. Maybe I'll even give one away. We'll see. We'll see how that works. Maybe I'll give one away, for dad jokes, just for the fun of it. We'll see. So, what have I got here? Oh, pair with food. You see, I've got it right here. Pair with food. Can't forget to do that. Okay, well, let's go ahead pair with foods. Where's my camera 3? Here's camera 3. This is what we've got to pair it with right now. And this is what we're trying first. We're going to try it with the spaghetti, I think. And I'm doing this with my left hand. I should probably be doing this with my right hand. Let me reach over here a little bit. And that's a lot of spaghetti. Let me cut up a little bit more. Oh, man, it's going to fall off this. Oop. I'm going to lose. I already lost it. You didn't see that. It was off camera, but I already lost a big hunk of it right here. Let me get a long shot here. Okay. Yeah, it's it's all over. There's an outtake. There's a clip for y'all who like to clip clips there. Let's try it again. I'm not ambidextrous, really. I'm not. Okay, let's go back to camera 3 one more time. Let me see if I can get a little bit of this. Oh, man. Yeah. There we go. Now I've got a little bit more, and hopefully I won't drop it all over my sweater. It's cold, but it's good. There's the spaghetti. Spaghetti. All right. Let's try it with the wine. Yeah, a little smoky. You know, it's actually fairly smoky with the. And I think I said it was a little earthier before, but it gets kind of smoky with the spaghetti and the sauce, the tomato sauce, and I think that even has a little bit of. Looks like it has chunks of what is this? I think these are chunks of. Looks like a sausage, a beef sausage in there. Yeah, to beef sausage. And it does really make it kind of smoky, that combination. But that's not bad. It's not bad. It's actually kind of interesting, kind of good. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's okay with it. But if the tomato sauce is a little on the sour side, I don't know if that would be the best choice. This one would be the best choice for it. I did have the spaghetti last night. Yeah, these are leftovers. LOs, leftovers. LOs, as my wife calls them. I had it with a Chianti, a really nice Chianti Reserva, and it was quite good with that. This, I don't know if spaghetti is the best pairing for it, but if it's meat sauce, or maybe meatballs, it'd be better. I think this might be better with a really, really cheesy thing like a lasagna. This might be okay with a lasagna. But once again, as I said before, a lot of wines from different regions are basically designed to pair well or to pair best with the foods from that region. So being a Spanish wine, this is probably going to pair best with Spanish foods. And that I think it would probably go pretty well with that. So far, as a $8 bottle of wine goes, I think it's okay. I think it's fine. We'll find out as it opens up a little more. I think right now it's a little jammy for me, but I think as it opens up, we'll probably get more flavor out of it, and it'll probably not be as jammy as it is right now. So let's go back to camera 3 and let's try it with this. With the what is this? Did I say it was? Yeah, you did. Well, it's crumbling up on me. It's very, very tender. My wife, she did this in a pressure cooker and made it very, very tender. This is a corned beef, and I don't have the cabbage to go with it. I think we ate a lot of it at dinner, but it's pretty good. Whoops. Clean up on Studio One. All right, let me try this with the. It might be okay with the corned beef. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. Oh, yeah. I like it with the corned beef. It goes well with the corned beef. I like it. I like that combination. Okay, very good. I like that. Very nice pairing. I'm going to clear, and I forgot to clear the palate before after the last one, but I'm going to clear the palate a little bit. And we'll try it with some of the cheeses. Let me go back to the chat for just a moment. Let's see, and that square guy's in the chat. The square guy, it's great to see you. He says, good evening, Rick, and good evening right back at you. By the way, I saw your earlier text beast. He says, oh dear, an official competition or just for funsies? No, this is just for funsies. It's just not, it's not an official competition, it's just for funsies. Yeah, that's it. Oh, good. Okay, and that square guy says, good evening, Rick, and right back at you, that square guy. My favorite streamers on Twitch. I would say he's my favorite streamer. Nothing against anybody else. The other streamers, they're all the ones I watch are good. They're fun. But obviously, I spent a lot of time over there watching this square guy's stream. And that square guy, he and Darcy, his fiance, do Lego streams, and they play some games, some video games, Breath of the Wild, some other video games from time to time, and they do baking videos from time to time together, and it's always enjoyable, always a lot of fun to hang out with them on their streams. And I was there last night. He was opening something. But I missed some of the things that you're opening, that you're unboxing there, because I didn't know what was in the box. It was a big box, and you were opening it up, and I missed what you were unboxing, but I had to go take the dog out, and then, after that was done, it was all late, and I had to go to bed. But because Square Guy and Darcy are in Australia, so it's the difference, time difference is literally night and day, okay? Literally. So sorry I missed some of that, but I was glad I was able to hang out there a little bit with you guys. And CM Cinder says, CM Cinder says, Dad said spaghetti. Yes, I did. And I did. I said there. Let's see. CM Cinder says he was there last night at Biltmore. That's a local ad for the Biltmore Winery and the Biltmore Estate here in North Carolina. That's up in Asheville, North Carolina. They do this commercial, And they always ended it was last weekend, or it was last night, or it was yesterday at Biltmore. That's how they ended the commercials. I had to explain that. Nobody was going to get that. Sorry, CM Cinder. Nobody's going to get that. Square Guy says, no need to apologize, Rick. And he says, I'm so sleepy today. Too much streaming. LOL. Yeah, well, I know the feeling. I certainly know the feeling. I'm over here. Let me switch cameras. Goodness. Where's my camera? There we go. I'm talking to you. I'm looking over there, and that's because the chat's over there and the camera's over here. All right. Anyway, where were we? Okay. I'm going to, let me check the chat one more time on Facebook. I'm having trouble with Facebook stream coming back at me, but you guys should be able to see it okay. If not, let me know. And I don't know if there's anything I can do to fix it, but it's Facebook. Look, I've got a couple of thoughts on Facebook I'll give you later, but not right now. Okay, so let's keep everything happy, and let's go back to camera 3, and let's try the next item. The next item would be the Colby Jack cheese. I'm going to try a couple pieces of this. Colby Jack, and this should be fun to try. Now I'm looking at the right camera, right? Correct? All right. Let's pour a little bit more wine. I'm trying to go easy on this side. I did go back to the dentist, by the way. And that's another story for another time. Anyway, Colby's good, by the way. Well, goes fine with Colby. I like it with Colby. Colby Jack, can't go wrong with Colby Jack on this. And I have had a couple of slight misses with the Colby on a couple of the wines, but this one fits really well. The red wines, I think, Colby goes better with the red wines in general. So we'll clear the palate one more time. And let's try it this time. Back to camera 3 here. Let's try it with, oh yeah, let's try it with this. This is the Unexpected Cheddar with Parm. Now, we've tried this a few times. It's actually pretty good. Unexpected Cheddar with Parm. So we're going to try it with that. It should be good. But it's not a hard Parmesan. It's a softer Parmesan. It's really a cheddar, and it has Parmesan in it. So it's a softer cheese like the cheddar. It's not a sharp cheddar. It's kind of a medium cheddar. Oh yeah, I like that too. That's rather tasty. I'd say this wine goes pretty well with a lot of different cheeses, and I think part of it is the smokiness, the a little bit of smoky flavor in it, a little oaky. And I think a lot of it also has to do with the medium tannin that's in this wine that helps. So, and a couple of things. I think that the blackberry is becoming a little more pronounced, I think. And it's really starting to open up just a little bit in the glass. So we'll see how it fares going forward. Let me clear the palate one more time. And let's try it. Let's try it with this. Let's try it with the Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda. I'm going to have a double taste of the Double Cream Gouda. How about that? And we're going to try with that. Never had a miss with it. Double Cream Gouda is really, really good. It's excellent. Excelente. All right. And once again, we have a winner. The Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda works pretty well with the Puerta Plata Spanish wine. That was not unexpected at all. The unexpected cheese, that wasn't unexpected either, because I kind of figured it would be all right, and that tasted really good. I would have liked to have tried it with the Syrah, the other one that we had before, the Toscano with the Syrah, but I don't think we have any more tonight. I had an opportunity. I went to Trader Joe's yesterday. I had the opportunity to buy some more, and I thought, well, we still have plenty. And then turns out I think we were out. Didn't know that until I got back. Anyway, so that's the tasting pretty much. So far, I'm liking these wines. Now, there is one more thing. Yes, well, there are two more things. They're crackers, and I didn't use them. But there is one more thing on the plate. There is one more thing. Just one more thing, as Columbo would say. And it's right now it has the tomato sauce over part of it. But we'll try that later. That is a bundt cake. But it's not just any bundt cake. It's a Nothing Bundt Cake. This is a bundt cake from Nothing Bundt Cake. There's actually a place called Nothing Bundt Cake, and they make some fabulous cakes. And I'm not supposed to be eating any, but this is supposed to be really good. This is a lemon raspberry bundt cake. This might go well with this wine. A lot of red wines go well with desserts and vice versa. So we'll see how this one works towards the end of the show. We'll try it at the end of the show. I want to say if I do that now, I'm going to be literally bouncing around the studio, and it might be entertaining for 5 minutes, and then it's just going to drive everybody crazy. So we'll see. We'll check that out later. Let me get caught up with the chat here, because this is an open chat tonight. And let's see. The Square Guy says so many things. So you had a lot of things in that box, huh? You have to tell me what was in the box. What's in the box? Y'all, everybody needs to check out the Square Guy on Twitch. Even if you're not into Legos or pies or gaming too much, it's entertaining on its own. That's Square Guy. It's on Twitch. He's on Twitch. He and Darcy both are on Twitch, and it's a lot of fun. And let's see. Beast on Gaming, did he just say box? Yes, I did. What's in the box? Yes. I don't have anything. I don't have an audio for that. I really don't. So I'll leave it to you. Let's see. Rye Bread Art says, I took a break from my set and I'm eating from some prosciutto, brie, and crackers. I feel very fancy. That is very fancy. Wow. And the brie, we had some brie one night with one of the wines. It was actually pretty good. And then my wife said, well, let's have it with this other wine. The next night we had the brie with the other wine, and it didn't go so well with that one. So I said, okay, no more brie for a while. No more brie, Chi. That's what I said to her. Beast on Gaming says, yeah, it physically hurt me to see the cake with spaghetti sauce on it, but I've always been picky about foods touching each other. You and me both. I mean, I'm like that too. I really am. But that was something I couldn't really. I know, there it is. I shouldn't show it again, should I? I got to separate this a bit, okay? I know. I know how you feel because, oh, there's a little bit there. I don't want to make it worse. I know how you feel. It was all separated before the show, and because I dropped the spaghetti when I was trying to twirl it on my fork, and normally I'm actually a pretty good spaghetti twirler. I have to be. I'm Italian. But, that's in our blood. That's something that you learn at an early age, how to twirl spaghetti. You learn it very, very early. But I was using my left hand, and it kind of went awry on me because I'm not real good with my left hand on those things. These days I'm not too good on the right either, but we're not going there. Anyway, so Beast on Gaming says, yeah, it physically hurt me to see the cake with spaghetti sauce on it. I've always been picky about foods touching each other, and I read it again just because I totally agree with you on that. I really don't like mixing them all up, and I know I guess it's kind of psychological, but yeah, it does. I don't like the taste. I like to enjoy the individual foods with their individual taste. Now, there are certain times when I'll mix things together, just on the plate, because I like the combined taste of those foods. Like, for instance, potatoes. If I have like meatloaf and mashed potatoes, sometimes I like to mix those up a little bit because you know what that makes? Meatloaf and mashed potatoes. It makes Spanish pie. I know I'm talking to this other. Let me switch. There we go. Meatloaf and mashed potatoes is shepherd's pie, right? It's shepherd's pie, and I like a good shepherd's pie. So I'm making my own shepherd's pie on the plate. That's okay. Maybe a little cheese on it or something. But if I'm mixing something like, something that's a sour item and a sweet item, or a couple of things that I don't normally mix together anyway, I don't like that. I don't want them near each other because I want to enjoy one food. I want to enjoy one food in its natural taste, and another food with its natural taste. Like, for instance, if I was mixing pickles and asparagus or something, I don't mix pickles and asparagus. And for those, if you don't like pickles or asparagus, my apologies. I like both, but not all at the same time, okay? Not all at the same time. CM Cinder says, that's just spaghetti cake then. Well, maybe. Beast says, Rick, I truly betrayed you. Don't have a 7 soundbite ready. A Square Guy says, oh man, there was a miniature and a hand. Okay, so this was in the box. What was in the box that you opened last night? He said, oh man, there was a miniature and a hand-knitted plushie of that square knife. Okay. Oh, hand-knitted plushie of that Square Guy, right? And a hand, really? And the parts and instructions to build a Lego model of the Square Guy 2. Signed copies of 3 of my favorite books. There was some Lego, all sorts of stuff. Wow. That's good. Okay, did I read that correctly? Because I see the emojis here, and that's, so you're saying there was a Lego model of you, of the Square Guy? Or the logo? Wow. That's a lot of stuff, but that's a lot of good stuff. Wow. That's pretty cool. 3 in signed copies of 3 of your favorite books. There was some Lego, all sorts of stuff. Wow, you really made out pretty well on that box. Seam Center says, oh, so a custom set. And B says, he's talking to that Square Guy, says, oh, that's so cool. I don't think I was watching for the good part. The Square Guy says it was the first few hours. Yeah, I was there at the beginning. Dwayne Johnson's in the chat. Dwayne, it's good to see you. He says, hi, you Rick, and hi right back at you, Dwayne. Good to see you there in the chat. Please stick around. Am I looking at the right camera now? Yeah. Okay. And that Square Guy says, yeah, one for me and one for Darcy. Twitch viewer DuroJ designed it. He sent the package to us. That's really cool. Now, he's in the UK, right? DuroJ is in the UK, right? And so that was quite a ways, I think, right? Is that right? That was quite a ways to ship that package. I know what that's like because when I sent you the book before, it took you like 2 months to get it. So, and I was kind of worried about that because I wasn't sure if you were going to get it at all for a while. Tom Antio's in the chat. He says, how's the grape juice? It's beyond grape juice, but it's great to see you here, Tom Antio. Yeah, it's well beyond grape juice at this point. But it's actually, I think as it starts to open up and as the evening starts to open up, I think it'll be much better. It started off really, really jammy, and it's starting to smell better. It's not as jammy now. It's actually starting to open up a bit. So that's good. And what else we got going here? Everybody's talking to each other on this. CM Center says, I would say something clever about your choice of username, but all I can say is A. For Dwayne? Yeah, that's why I don't read his whole username. It's a family-friendly show, folks. Okay, so that Square Guy says that square knife. So that square knife, that's what I thought. No of this emote. Okay. And a hand-knitted plushie and a miniature, too. Wow, that's really, really awesome. All that was in the box. Okay, so Duro is in the U.S. So Duro is in the U.S., not the UK. I thought it was in the UK. But Duro is in the U.S., but the plushie came from the UK. Okay, all right. So it was imported from the UK, but he sent the box, or he's actually in the U.S. Yeah, CM Cinder loves plushies and minis. I know, I can attest to that. She's actually made some plushies. You've made a couple of plushies before, right? Have I showed you the one that she made for Tom Antio for his one of his character for his birthday, and that was pretty awesome. I don't think I have the picture now, but it was really, really cool. I think I showed it around the holidays or so. That Square Guy says, correct, it's complicated. Yeah, it kind of sounds complicated. He's in U.S. and the plushie was in the U.K. I think I know what was happening there. I think I know what was happening there. Okay. All right. I got you. All right. So anyway, let me go back to the rest of the chats here because I have not been looking at Facebook the last few minutes. And Facebook is kind of quiet. Tim, I hope you're doing fine and your family's doing fine. I've got a toast for you. Please stick around. I've got a toast for you coming up. And did I let that cat out of the bag? I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, so let's get to the birthdays because we're getting behind here. Let's get to the birthdays. I'm going to cue the fireworks and we're going to do the birthdays. Everybody raise your glass to toast the birthdays. And even if you don't know everyone whose birthday it is, we're all friends here, okay? It's just about bringing people together. That's what wine does. It brings people together. And I'll toast those I don't know. It's fine, you know. Birthdays, but I do know these people. And the first birthday is for my friend Garrett. Garrett, who I've known since he was just a baby. Yes, I've known Garrett a long time. Our families have been friends for a number of years. Garrett, his dad and I worked together at WOFL. We played together, and what I mean is literally we used to play Squad Leader. We used to play a board game. Yes, I did. We played a board game. Does anybody know about Squad Leader? Okay, it was a board game, World War II based board game, and strategy game. And we used to work during the day at Channel 35, and then on the evenings at night, we'd hang around. We'd get some pizza, get some dinner. We'd hang around in the break room at the TV station in one of the conference rooms, and we'd close the door and get out the boards, and we'd play Squad Leader for 4 hours or 5 hours or whatever it was. Because the station was on 24/7. So, we just, we could hang out there all night if we wanted to, basically. And we'd get out the squad leader game, and we'd snack, and we'd play squad leader for hours and hours on end. And we do this on Wednesdays and Fridays, I believe. Wednesdays and Friday nights is when we did it. And it was a load of fun. And then, and I'm talking about Garrett's dad. And I've talked about Garrett's dad many times as well. That should I name names? Okay. Charles, my good friend Charles Rudd. And so we play games there. And we've also been on hikes. We've been on, Charles and I have been on hiking trips together. We've been hiking buddies for a bit. And Garrett is his son. And I've known Garrett, like I said, ever since he was a baby. And my kids and Garrett knew each other from when they were very, very young. And we'd spend some holidays together sometimes. And Garrett, he turned 28 years old on Thursday. So Garrett, this is for your birthday. I want to say happy, happy birthday. And may you have many, many, many more. Here's to Garrett. Garrett Rudd. I'm going to toast you again just because I can. Garrett, happy birthday. Tim, you know Garrett. Oh, or you know Charles. You know Charles anyway. You know Charles, and you worked with Charles for many years. I've got several folks here that all know each other. Yeah. So Garrett, there's one other thing I want to give Garrett congratulations as well, because I found that Garrett is he's engaged. Well, congratulations to Garrett and his bride-to-be. Okay, the next one goes for Nick, my friend Nick. Nick and I were at, when I was in IT, he and I did some work with OnForce, computerrepair.com, which later became OnForce, and he was part of the Force Field gang. As the Square guy has the Square gang, we had the Force Field gang, and when I had the Force Field podcast, and I still have the forums. The forums are up. They're not doing anything anymore, but also part of all that. Anyway, here's to Nick. Nick, your birthday is tomorrow. Anyway, happy, happy birthday to you, and may you have many, 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 many more. It's from my friend Nick Terrell. I have another birthday. Another birthday to toast, and this is from my very good friend Ray. Rayan. And Ray and I also go back to WFL. Ray worked with Charles, my good friend Charles, and Tim, and other people, the rest of the WOFL alumni from Channel 35 back in the day. And she worked in the production department, and really, really, really nice person. And Ray Ann, your birthday is this coming Wednesday. I didn't want to miss it at all. We've been friends for a long time. Anyway, here's for you, Ray. Happy, happy birthday. And may you have many, 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 many more. And this is for Rayanne Whalen Johnson. I have another birthday that's kind of special. I toast his birthday every year, and I give a really long toast. I'm trying to keep the time. We're on a little bit a time thing here because we're coming up on 11 o'clock now. And I'm just now doing the birthdays. But I want to give a big shout out and a big happy birthday to my good friend Chris. Chris, whose birthday is also on the 21st, same day as Ray's. And as a matter of fact, we all work together at WFL. Chris was my boss later on. We started off as co-workers, and then he became my boss later on. When he became the program and promotion director over at Channel 35 at WFL. Did a fantastic job there. Left behind a great legacy. He has a great legacy for that, and he's gone on to a great career in television over the years. I had the good fortune to be able to reconnect with him when he came up to Charlotte. He was in Charlotte for a while working at a station up here, and I got to reconnect with him there a little bit. And Chris is a really, really good guy, and really, really great guy. And he's the one who really helped me with kind of getting, well, let me put it this way. When I first started WFL, and I started at the bottom, just like a lot of us do in the careers, and Chris helped me up. He helped me, he helped develop my skills. He discovered some of my skills. He helped me develop some of the skills that I wanted to aspire to get to. It was Chris who was responsible for me to be able to do a lot of the voiceover work that I did there. And then later on, I moved into doing some voice work and a lot of other things over at WRBW and did a lot of other things. Now, I still do some voice work today, mostly for my job today, but I've done a little bit of freelance work. And hey, it was because of Chris. Chris did that for he's the kind of guy who sees talent in people, and then he wants to develop that. He wants to develop that talent and really put them up to the next level, help them grow their talents. And that's something that I've always admired about Chris, something I've always respected about him, and always been grateful to him for. But here is to my good friend, Chris Wolf. Chris Wolf, your birthday is the 21st. I want to say happy, happy birthday, my friend, and may you have many, 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 many more. And I'm going to toast you again because I can. It's my show and I can. And Chris, in a way, kind of helped me so that I could do this. With my career, helped me along with my career so that I could eventually do things like this. Here's to you, Chris. Thank you, sir. Happy birthday to my good friend Chris Wolf. I have one more birthday to toast. This is for my nephew Jordan. Jordan, your birthday is the 22nd. That's this coming Thursday. I'll probably wind up toasting you and Chris again because it's kind of over the halfway mark there for next week. But Jordan, I want to say happy, happy birthday to you, to my nephew Jordan. Your birthday, 22nd, Thursday. Happy, happy birthday. And may you have many, 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 many more. And Chris just became the proud father. And a proud father. And we'll toast you again for that. Congratulations. Chris, did I say Chris? Jordan, I'm sorry. Maybe it's time to put this bottle away. No, my bottle. Okay. Sorry, Chris. And Jordan. And everyone else. Anyway, here's to Jordan. Jordan just became a father. I know Chris is a dad too, but he's been a father for a long time, okay? I was a little bit of a mix-up. Sometimes I mix my words up, and I did that really badly this time. Anyway, let me do that again. Jordan, here's to you. Jordan is a proud father. Congratulations. This is for my nephew, Jordan Susan. I think that does it for the birthdays. Once again, this is what we're drinking, and boy, are we drinking it tonight. It's the Puerta Plata. This is the Reserva 2014. It's Catalunya. 60% Tempranillo, 40% Grenache, and so far, I'm liking this wine. It started off really, really bold, really strong, really jammy. It's starting to even out a bit. I kind of like it. It's for $8 for a bottle, it's actually not too bad. And I think really the bottle alone is almost worth that because this is a really fancy bottle that's normally reserved to for more expensive, higher end wines. So that's what we've got there. Let's see what else we got going on Twitch. I'm not neglecting Twitch. I'm not neglecting any of the streams tonight. I'm just getting back here. Let's see. Let me catch up on here. Okay, wait a minute. We've got another birthday here. Okay, let me see what we got here. That Square Guy says... Oh no, that's the Square Guy had an emoji here. Rye Bread says, my birthday was this Monday. I'd really appreciate a toast if you wouldn't mind. Well, goodness, of course, absolutely. Anyone else having a birthday or an anniversary or anything, let's toast you. We need the fireworks, don't we? Yes, we do. Bring back the fireworks, please. Fireworks. Who am I talking to? It's me. My alter ego. My alter ego, Rick the on-air switcher. Anyway, this is for Rye Bread Art. Rye Bread, happy birthday! It was this Monday, right? What was Monday? Monday was the 11/11 or something. I don't know what it was. No, it was the 12th, right? Yeah, okay, it was the 12th because I just looked. Okay, so Rye Bread, your birthday was Monday the 12th. Is that correct? So here's a toast to Rye Bread Art on Twitch. Happy birthday, and may you have many more, and a lot more, many more birthdays after that. Here's to you. And I'll toast you again if you want to clip it. Happy birthday, Rye Bread Art. Happy birthday. You can clip it, it's fine. That Square Guy says, yes, I still haven't heard what you got for your birthday. What did you get for your birthday, Rye Bread? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, I got tickets to my favorite band, My Chemical Romance, next year, and I'm so excited. That's the name of the band, My Chemical Romance. Okay, I haven't heard of it. It sounds, I like bands with very creative names, you know, I really do. And everybody's saying happy birthday. Did I catch up on the chat? Okay. Rye Bread says, and yes, it was the 12th. Yes, it was the 12th. Okay. So I did get it correct, right? Okay. All right. That's pretty awesome. All right. Happy birthday again, Rye Bread Art. Yes. CM Cinder says, whoa, Dad, you've really never heard of My Chemical Romance? I have never heard of My Chemical Romance. You know, and it's funny, too, because my kids know me. I'm not exactly an old, hey, you kids, get off my lawn, fuddy-duddy kind of guy. I really try to be hip to a lot of stuff that's going on now. That's one I actually haven't heard of, and it's probably big. I have never heard of that one. I've heard of a lot of others. Some I like, some I can't say that I'm a big fan of. Yeah, you know, but I haven't heard of this one. I'll have to check it out. I'll have to check out their music. What's the style of music? What kind of music is it? Rye Bread, what kind of music is what genre? And I'll have to check it out and see what it's like. Because I do love music, I do love good music, and I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. And I still have this thing. I still have this thing on, don't I? Let's go back to camera 2. But is this thing still on? Okay, so all right. It's punk rock type stuff. Well, you won't. Well, maybe you will believe this. I don't know. My kids won't believe it. Okay, I was never a big punk rocker. Okay, I was never a big punk rocker. But I have listened to some punk rock. Yes, I have, and I think did. I have an album? No, I didn't. I had a lot of new wave stuff, but yeah, not. Well, a little bit, I guess. A little bit of punk. But I've been to some concerts. I've seen some punk bands. I've listened to some punk bands. And yeah, I mean, some of it, it's a different style of music for those who aren't into that. But I have an appreciation for different kinds of music. I do. I've even listened to a little hip hop. I've listened to I've listened to some grunge. I've listened to, some German, electronic music. I've listened to a lot. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to go too far into that, but I've listened to a lot of different styles. And my kids listen. They hear me play jazz sometimes. Okay, yeah, I like to listen to jazz. I like to listen to, usually when I'm working during the day, I've got a local station on where I'm listening to some classical music because I do like some classical music. I'm also an old rocker, okay? Yeah, I like some pop. I've listened to a lot of different things. Yes, But I do like some good old rock and roll. I have a little bit of acid rock, not much, but some people would be surprised, and they look at me and they say, I've played some Cinderella, and I've played some Def Leppard, and okay, look, I can't say I'm a child of the '80s. I grew up more in the '70s, but yes, I've listened to a lot of different bands. I listened to a lot of hair bands back in the '80s. I did, and every once in a while I'll go back and regress and listen to some of it again. There, never was a big Kiss fan, but yeah, I like a couple of their songs. I do. But I'll tell you what, some of my favorite bands, I'm getting off on a tangent here. That's what I do on the show, and I'm on the wrong camera again. There we go. There. I like to make eye contact with you. I do. I prefer to make eye contact with you when at all possible, so forgive me if I'm not making eye contact with you. And if you're listening to the podcast later, I know it doesn't matter, but it does right now. So, MCR has got some modern classics. Tom Antio says MCR has some modern classics. Okay, My Chemical Romance. All right, it's good. I'll have to listen to some of that. I have to look it up and give it a listen. But yeah, I do. I like a lot of. Okay, now this is embarrassing for me. Okay, and I shouldn't even admit this on live. This isn't live TV, but it's a live stream. Okay, the wine stream. But I've had enough wine, and I don't care. Okay. I had, at one time, a complete collection of ABBA. Yes, I had a complete collection of ABBA albums. Yes. My wife loves ABBA. She likes ABBA. She listens to it. We bought her an ABBA album, I think, or something a while back. Yeah. Yeah, it's not something a lot of people say. And yes, I did do my disco. I had my disco period. I did with the painted shirts and the bell-bottom pants, and I hung out at. I got stories. Should I bore you with the stories now? But yeah, okay. Back in my Disney days, and it was just about the time that the disco era was about to end, close to it, but it was still going on. And we had a hotel there, the Royal Plaza Hotel. And after work, a bunch of us would go out after work, because I'd be working the night shift, go out after work and hang out at the Giraffe Lounge. And the Giraffe Lounge was kind of a hot place to be at the time. And one reason why it was such a hot place to be was because there would be a lot of bands that would go play there. Aside from all the disco that was going on, but there would be a lot of bands of that period would go there. Michael Jackson had a room there that he would, when he would stay, he would, am I supposed to say this? I don't even know if I'm supposed to tell this story. All right, let's skip that. Anyway, so... it was a hopping place, and they'd play a lot of disco and stuff there too. And so I was known to go there and get on the dance floor. Yes, there was a time when I had some moves, okay? They weren't great moves, but I had a few moves, okay? For disco. My wife and the kids laugh at me now because I'm a terrible dancer now, but at the time, yes, I used to get on the dance floor and do my disco thing. I even had a white suit, which I actually embarrassed my good friend Jeff at his wedding when he got married, because I wore to the wedding. And as I recall, that was not the only wedding I wore that white suit to. Yeah, it was. Yeah, you seen the white suit, the John Travolta. They called it the John Travolta suit. And Steve Martin had one of those too, I think, back in the day. But yes, I had a white three-piece suit that I wore to some of those things. Yeah. So yeah. See, I'm really embarrassing myself now. There's just some TMI for everybody. Let's see, enough of those stories. Tim's probably like, oh no, no, please. This is not the same Rick I know. All right. Tom Antio says, he says a lot of things up here. He says, although at the point, I don't know if it's considered modern anymore. Are you talking about the My Chemical Romance? Yeah. He says, you have to wear your disco outfit on stream now. I can't even fit in the disco outfit. You know, I'm not even sure if I still have it. I think I might have it somewhere in the closet somewhere. There's no way I can fit into that thing. There is no way I can fit into that suit if I still have it. And it's probably all stained and you know, messed up now anyway. Where were we going? Oh, yeah, you know, we had some national days to toast. Let's toast some national days. Everybody ready to toast some national days? I'm ready to toast some national days. Let's do the wave. Everybody do the wave. Yeah, that's another song from way back when. Another dance, I should say. Another dance from way back when. And, hey, I was also a big Jethro Tull fan, okay? I was a Tull person. I've seen Ian Anderson and Jethro Tull in concert, and it's just an amazing concert. One of the best concerts I've ever been to, I think, in my opinion. It was just an awesome experience to see Jethro Tull live. That was back in the early 80s when they played in Orlando. And yes, I have been to not one, but I believe 2 Weird Al concerts. Yes, I've seen Weird Al Yankovic. Yes. Toast to me. Anyway, so I like Weird Al's cool. He's funny. He's cool. And the thing is about Weird Al is that he's been doing this for a long time, and 40 years later, he's still cool. And I don't know, Weird Al's kind of like the geek of music, right? But he's still cool. Okay. Anyway, where were we? Okay, July 17th. That's today for, oh boy, time flies. It's another 42 minutes. Anyway, July 17th is National Lottery Day. National Lottery Day. I'm going to tell you something. Lottery, and I've heard people say this before, but lottery is a tax it's not okay. I'm not going to say that, but you're throwing your money away when you're playing the lottery. Okay, I'm sorry, but you're throwing your money away when you're playing the lottery. I'm sure there is 1 in 10 million or 28 million who win the lottery that will say, no, you're completely wrong because they won the lottery. But the rest of the 27,999,999 people will probably agree with me. And yet everyone will still go out, well, not everyone, but a lot of them will still go out and play the lottery. National Peach Ice Cream Day. I like peach ice cream. Haven't had it in a long time, but I like peach ice cream. I love ice cream. Not supposed to have it, but I love it. It's also National Tattoo Day. July 17th is National Tattoo Day. I'm not really into tattoos. I'll be honest. I wouldn't get a tattoo myself. If you get a tattoo, I mean, that's your thing. If you get a tattoo, I'm not going to judge you for getting a tattoo. But personally, I don't know. I just don't find tattoos attractive. I don't find them attractive at all. That's just me. And I don't want to wear a tattoo. It's just, myself. But, if that's your thing, that's your thing. That's, whatever. I'm not going to knock it. And July 17th is also National Wrong Way Corrigan Day. Wrong Way Corrigan Day. Now, if you don't know who Wrong Way Corrigan is, I've got something for you. Now, I checked these out. I get all this from nationaldaycalendar.com. That's nationaldaycalendar.com. And they have a whole thing on what National Wrong Way Corrigan Day is. And I'm going to read this from this is coming from their website. I'm reading this from their website. National Wrong Way Corrigan Day on July 17th commemorates the transatlantic flight of an Irish-American stunt pilot from Galveston, Texas. Douglas Corrigan gained notoriety for an unplanned transatlantic flight to Ireland on July 17th, 1938. Now, when they say unplanned, I mean it was unplanned. Apparently, he was a big he was really big into flying. That was his passion, and he was really impressed by the transatlantic flight that Charles Lindbergh made. If you remember, well, most of you probably too young. I was too young, but Charles Lindbergh, when he made his transatlantic oceanic flight, and he wanted, when he was a stunt pilot, and when he was flying to his home in California to New York, when he got there, he asked for permission to duplicate his hero's historic flight. Unfortunately, the flight service quickly denied his request due to the age of his 1929 Curtiss Robin aircraft. It was just too old, I guess. So I'm still reading this from nationaldaycalendar.com. It says, with only a magnetic compass, I don't know. With only a magnetic compass, Corrigan advised officials he was returning to California. According to the story, after takeoff, cloud cover prevented Corrigan from accurate navigation. When Corrigan dropped below the clouds hours later, he saw nothing but water. Then Corrigan realized his navigation was off. You think? Despite the confusion, he continued on his journey. Surprisingly, 28 hours later, he landed in Ireland. So he actually, by accident, apparently, made a transatlantic flight to Ireland. Wrong way, and that's why it's called Wrong Way Corrigan, because he went the wrong way. He was supposed to go to California, he went in the wrong direction, and went to Ireland instead. 28 hours is a long time in a plane. I mean, it's amazing you had enough gas. I mean, I don't guess. That's a long flight. So that is National Wrong Way Corrigan Day. How about that? We learned something today, didn't we? And we did it thanks to nationaldaycalendar.com and the CEO of National Day Calendar. It was really. I'm just pitching. I'm just promoting everybody today, aren't I? Okay, Marlo Anderson, nationaldaycalendar.com. I'm just pitching everybody. Why not? Why not? Today is National Yellow Pig Day. Is there such a thing as a yellow pig? National Yellow Pig Day? National Yellow Pig Day. Hey, Square Guy, you'll be happy to know this. It's National World Emoji Day. It's National World Emoji Day. So put up the emojis. You can put them up. It's fine. Put them up in the Twitch stream. That's fine. It's National... There you go. There you go. He just did. National Emoji Day. Put your emojis up if you got them. Put them up if you got them. There you go. They're all going up there now. All the emojis. National World Emoji Day. I'll drink to that. And Beast on Gaming says, I always thought peach was an underrated fruit. It is, kind of, yeah. Peaches are I tell you what, I've had some juicy peaches that are really, really good. I've also had some that are really dry that were not that good. And they tend to bruise easily, don't they? Peaches bruise kind of, and once they bruise, they're not good at all. But a good peach, I've had some peaches that were really juicy, that were just really almost melt in your mouth kind of juicy, that were really good peaches. And, yeah, and they're good for you. They're good for you. Beast on Gaming says, in fairness, not everyone who gets tattoos is doing it to be attractive. That's true. I really don't understand the thing about tattoos. I know that people get tattoos for different reasons. I don't know what they all are, but it's just not for me. It's just not my thing. But I'm not going to judge you for, if that's your choice to do that. That's your choice. That's fine. Your body, your choice there. It's also, July 17th is also National Strawberry Rhubarb Wine Day. Third Saturday in July is National Strawberry Rhubarb Wine Day. So I don't know if I'm much for strawberry rhubarb, but I tell you what, it's wine, so I'll drink to that. Okay, and it's also, July 17th is also Toss Away the Could Haves and Should Haves Day. Third Saturday in July is Toss Away the Could Haves and Should Haves Day. We all have regrets, don't we? We all have regrets. Coulda, woulda, shoulda, could haves and should haves. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. And the thing is, if you're dwelling on that too much, dwelling on that too much, you're not looking forward to saying, it's good to learn from your mistakes. Absolutely, it's good to learn from your mistakes. But if you're dwelling on all your mistakes of the past, that time that you could be dwelling on them, you could be doing something productive and moving forward and saying, I'm learning from these mistakes. I've learned from these mistakes. Now I'm going to do something to make things better for my life, make things better for me and all those around me. Learn from your mistakes and move forward, okay? Don't forget the past so much. Put the past behind you, but learn the lessons from the past and use those lessons to make your future that much better. Does that make sense? Really, I mean, I'm not that wise. Come on, I'm not that wise. I have plenty of regrets. I've had plenty of things that I say shoulda, woulda, coulda all the time for. Okay, but that's the way to look at things, right? That's the way to look at things. July 18th, we have a few on July 18th, but there is one more thing because I almost forgot. Tim, if you're still in the chat, Tim, raise your glass. This is for you. My good friend Tim, I almost forgot about this, but I wanted to congratulate. Well, it's because I have let me switch over to the fireworks. There we go. Switching to the fireworks, Tim, my good friend Tim Bartlett, he has been, now I worked with him at WFL for many years, but he went on towards a big career, film, video production, and he's been the CEO of Adrenaline Films for many years. Been the CEO of Adrenaline Films, and Tim this past week announced that he's retiring, kind of semi-retired, I guess. Is that right, Tim? Am I getting this correct? If I'm getting this wrong, let me know. Set me straight on this. But Tim is kind of semi-retiring from Adrenaline Films. He's stepping out. I guess he's stepping down from his official role as CEO of Adrenaline Films, and he's going to be there, I guess, from this point on in an advisory role and a consultant role. Right? Is that correct, Tim? But after a long and very, very prosperous career, a very productive career. I know he doesn't have a lot of shoulda, woulda, coulda haves on those. Not as many as I do, that's for sure. He went forward and had this great career. Tim says correct. He's had a great career at Adrenaline Films, and he is stepping down to pursue more leisurely activities, I guess, or to pursue other things. I don't know, but he is going to continue on an advisory in a role and a consultancy role. And I know that he has done a lot of great things with. I've seen some of the things that Adrenaline has put out. Great work. They've done some great. As a matter of fact, they've done a lot of productions that you've probably seen. Probably worldwide, and even those if you're in Australia and other parts of the world, they have produced a lot of different videos, films. They've done a lot of different things visually that a lot of people have seen that they actually don't put their mark on officially as Adrenaline Films. And you've probably seen a lot of their work and not even known it. You've probably seen a lot of Tim's work and not even aware that Tim's right here in the chat, that the producer of that production is here in the chat tonight. And I think it's an honor to have him here, by the way. He's a very, very smart guy. He's also very talented, and I'd say he is very artistic, very creative, very talented guy. And look, the work that he's been doing for the bus, I've been telling you about the bus that he's been converting for one of his daughters that are doing a business. His daughters are also very talented as well. And the work that he's done, I think, is phenomenal. And Tim, I want to say congratulations, my friend. Congratulations. That has been a good long run for you. And I look forward to seeing what you do moving forward in the future. I know there are going to be more great things, and it's been great following along. And I want to say congratulations on your retirement. I'm getting close to that age myself. That's another story, but we're not talking about me. We're talking about you. Congratulations, Tim, on your retirement. Enjoy it. Make the most of it. Here's to you. And Tim says, thanks, Rick. You're quite welcome, Tim. You're quite welcome. I'm going to toast you again just because I can. To my good friend, Tim Bartlett. I want to get, because I want to make sure I got that in. I don't want to forget that at all. And we have a couple more days. We're still toasting national days. Let's switch back over to the wave. Okay, July 18th, which is tomorrow in about 28 and a half minutes, I guess. July 18th is National Sour Candy Day. I want to toast this because I love sour candy. You like sour candy? I love sour candy. It depends on what it is. I like the lemon sours there. Those are pretty sour. And we've had a wine in the past that reminded me of lemon sours. I can't remember which one it is right offhand. But there was a wine that we tried before that I thought tasted a lot like lemon sours. National Sour Candy Day. I had some sour candy earlier. There was like some little gummies, sugar on it. And I'm not supposed to be eating this stuff. Don't tell my wife. Well, she knows already. I hear from her later. But National Sour Candy Day. I like Sour Candy Day. I like sour candy. It's a National Sour Candy Day. Okay, here's another one. CM Sender says, I really love sour candy. I know you do because you get a lot of sour candy. You eat a lot of sour candy. Sweet and sour stuff is what she says. CM Sender says, sweet and sour stuff. Did I pause the chat due to scroll? I think I did. We've got more emojis coming. Put the emojis in there. If you got special emojis, put them in there. That's fine. I'm good with that. I don't care. I'm good with that. As a matter of fact, I want to give a quick, let's finish this up real quick. July 18th is also National Caviar Day. You like caviar? You know what caviar is, right? Little fish eggs. National Caviar Day. I can't afford caviar. You know what? Maybe one of these days I need to, when I get a budget for this thing, for this show, I need to open a little caviar and try it with some wine. Or maybe someone could send me a little caviar and we could try it with some wine. That could be fun too. A little caviar. Try it on the show with some crackers. I have plenty of crackers. Look at this. I have plenty of crackers and no caviar. Okay? Because I cannot afford caviar, but on my own. This is already a very expensive show. I can't put the caviar in there. So National Caviar Day. I'll drink to that, whatever. But there's one more day tomorrow. Tomorrow, one more day. July 18th is National Ice Cream Day. The third Sunday in July is National Ice Cream Day. You love ice cream? I love ice cream. Who doesn't love ice cream, right? Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I love ice cream. Hey, and you know what? These days, if you are lactose intolerant, as a lot of people are, they have ice cream that's lactose-free ice cream. So you can still keep up your quality of life and enjoy ice cream that isn't really ice cream. A lot of that stuff is made with almond milk, and I keep asking my wife, because she buys this almond milk, and I keep asking them, here's the big question. How do you milk an almond? I do. How do you milk an almond? I want to see somebody milk an almond. Come on, show me somebody who can milk an almond, and I'll show you some almond milk. Almond milk. That's not milk. It looks like milk. Some people say it tastes like milk, but I would disagree. Now then again, milk can taste different. Different kinds of milk. I mean, goat milk. Oh man, I can't stand goat's milk. Do you like goat's? Have you ever had goat's milk? That stuff is just plain nasty. I mean, in my opinion, that stuff, it smells nasty. I gagged smelling it. I think I took a sip of it once when I was a kid, and it was nasty. Now, some people love goat's milk, and some people make cheese out of goat's milk, and they love goat's milk cheese. They love cheese made out of goat's milk. Not for me, okay? Not for me. Goat's milk is not for me. But some people love it. But almond milk, that's not milk. They call it Silk, I guess. Some of them, I guess that's a brand name. That's not. I could see somebody taking the little almonds and going like this. Yeah, okay. Rye Bread Heart says, okay, Rye Bread Heart's going to set us straight here on this. Rye Bread Heart says, almonds have really tiny udders and you have to use tweezers to milk them. Seam Center says, I tried goat cheese and it was gross. Yeah, in my opinion. Now, look, if you like goat milk and you like goat cheese, that's fine. I mean, I'm not going to judge you for that either, okay? And if you like tattoos and you like goat milk and goat cheese, that's fine. That's whatever you're into. That's great. I personally, that's not my thing. It's not my thing. Seaman Cinder says, your background is flickering. Oh, is it really? My background is flickering? It shouldn't be. That's not a green. By the way, it's a blue screen, but it's real. It's there. I can touch it. Okay. Rye Bread Arts. Okay, Seaman Center says, for me at least. Okay, for you it's flickering. It looks okay to me. All right, so what I miss here? It says, you say that, the Seam Center says, you say that as I'm getting brownies and ice cream. So you're having some brownies and ice cream? There's nothing wrong with that. I've seen her eat brownies and ice cream. It's a big... I can't eat that much. Okay, but that's... so National Ice Cream Day. I love ice cream. What's your favorite ice cream? Everybody, what's your favorite ice cream? Tell me what your favorite ice cream is. I like birthday cake ice cream. I do. I'll admit it. Birthday cake ice cream. I like cookie dough ice cream. I like everything that's super sweet, right? I like mint chocolate chip. Vanilla is okay if that's all I have to eat, but I would prefer having something a little bit more exotic than vanilla, you know, or just chocolate. Or strawberry. You know, I'm not a big fan of butter pecan, and I would like butter pecan more if it wasn't for those pesky pecans. If it wasn't for those meddling pecans. You know, I don't like nuts in my ice cream. I like the ice cream without nuts. I like sprinkles. Sprinkles are okay. I like cookie dough. That's okay. Chocolate chips are great, but not nuts. I'm not a big fan of having nuts in my ice cream. It's just not for me. But some people love it. That's fine. Let's see. Beast on Gaming says, oh, wait a minute. Let me go back up here to the chat a little bit. That Square Guy says, not for me. Okay, it's not flickering for you. I'm glad of that. And you're halfway around the world, so if it's going to be flickering for anybody, it'd be flickering for you. So I'm glad it's not. Beast says, I like Neapolitan, but I always get a scoop at the dividing line between strawberry and vanilla. So you like Neapolitan ice cream, but you get the dividing line all the time. Strawberry and vanilla. So you don't get any of the chocolate then. You never get any of the chocolate on it. Neapolitan ice cream's pretty good, but you want a little bit of each in there, right? It's kind of like Neapolitan ice cream is a little bit like having a banana split, right? Because banana splits, and like I said, I'm not going into Disney stories tonight per se, but I did work at Disney, and the Eds aren't here tonight. Ed Anthony's not in here, but he used to work with me at the Board and Cone Shop. That's how we met, working together at the Board and Cone Shop at Walt Disney World back in the 70s. And I can tell you how to make a banana split. I used to make a really good banana split, but you have a banana boat glass, a glass shaped like a banana boat kind of thing. It's like a little kind of elongated glass, and then you put 1 scoop of vanilla, you put a scoop of chocolate, and you put a scoop of strawberry in there. Now, then you split a banana in half. See, I remember like it was yesterday. You split a banana in half, and you put the banana down into the glass on either side of the chocolate, strawberry, and the vanilla. Then we might probably have to make a banana split live on the show sometime, shouldn't I? So you put it down in there, and then what you do is you put in 3 toppings, and the toppings are chocolate, strawberry, and caramel. And you put the caramel on the vanilla, you put the strawberry on the chocolate, and you put the what was the other one I said? My memory's starting to fail me now. Okay. No, you know what? I think it wasn't even it wasn't that. It was a marshmallow. It was a marshmallow topping that I think that went on there. It wasn't. See, if Ed could set me straight if he was in the chat right now. Ed, are you in the chat right now? You could set me straight. He's not in the chat. Okay. But he was in the chat. He set me straight because he'd remember this too. Anyway, so you have the chocolate, vanilla, and the strawberry ice cream, and then you would have, oh, you know what? I remember what it was. It was chocolate syrup, strawberry syrup, and pineapple syrup. That's what it was. The chocolate syrup would go on the strawberry. The strawberry syrup would go on the vanilla. And the chocolates, well, you could put it on the vanilla or the chocolate. It doesn't really matter that much. But the chocolate scoop would get the pineapple. And then you would take a can of whipped cream and go across the whole thing with whipped cream, and then you would get 3 cherries, 1, 2, 3 across the top. And then you would get some walnuts, some nuts. Unless they didn't want the walnuts. If they didn't want the walnuts, you didn't put the walnuts on there. But that was how we made a banana split at Walt Disney World. That was the tradition. And as I understand it, it was basically the traditional banana split. Or so they told us. But that's how you made a banana split. Next week, I'll tell you how to make a captain's tower, which was 8 scoops of ice cream. Anyway, so I don't know if I will or not. If somebody reminds me, I'll mention it. But that's how you made a banana split. And you can make them at home. That's fine. But the Neapolitan ice cream is good for banana splits. Beast on Gaming says, in terms of exotic ice creams, pretty much anything based off a candy bar I'm good with. Ah, okay. Exotic ice creams are pretty good. You know what? I was in the store the other day, and, okay, it wasn't the other day. It was yesterday. No, it was the day before. It doesn't matter. So I was in the store, and I was looking at the ice cream aisle, and I was thinking, well, I really would like to have some ice cream. But then again, I knew if I brought home some ice cream, my wife would be giving me the evil eye. But then again, come to think of it, she gives me the evil eye a lot anyway, so maybe it wouldn't have made much difference. I don't know. So I was in the ice cream aisle at the local Harris Teeter up here, and I see Reese's. And I love Reese's. You like Reese's? Some people don't like Reese's, but I like Reese's. But they had Reese's ice cream. I mean, ta-da! I mean, why didn't they do that 20 years ago? I don't know. But Reese's ice cream, with chocolate and chunks of peanut butter and Reese's ice cream. There you go. Okay. Beast says, okay, right, and based on a candy bar. Well, Reese's technically isn't really a candy bar. Could be. Technically not. Beast on Gaming says that the way I had them never had chocolate scoop, though. You never had chocolate? Okay, so you had the you had the banana splits, but not with chocolate. What did they put in the banana split? In your banana split that they put instead of chocolate? Because it says, I personally was never a fan of chocolate, but this is Beast on Gaming saying, I personally was never a fan of chocolate, but vanilla and strawberry are some of my favorites. Banana splits are great. They are great. It says the way I had them never had chocolate scoop, though. And CM Cinder says, getting sleepy. Good night, everyone. Well, good night, CM Cinder. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Thank you for joining us all. Is Tommy Anthea still with us? I hope so. Be cool. Let me go back to the chats on some of the others first. Quiet on YouTube. And let's see if there's anything else going on that I'm missing here. Oh, hopefully not. Okay. Anyway, where was I? Okay, so did we finish the national days? I think we did, didn't we? I think we did. That was oh yeah, national ice. We didn't officially toast it. Okay, so everybody raise your glasses. If you love ice cream, raise your glasses and let's toast National Ice Cream Day, third Sunday in July, which is coming up in about 15 minutes. Here's to National Ice Cream Day. And I'll do it, toast it again, because I'll drink to that. National Ice Cream Day. All right. And I think that does it for the national days. All right. So, what do we have? What else is next? Okay, it was an open chat. Do we have time for, Well, it's getting late, isn't it? Wow. We have time for dad jokes? Let's see if we can do a couple last thing. But first, I want to tell you how to win a free bottle of wine, because this is very important. I don't want you to miss this. This is how to win a free bottle of wine. Now, if you're not within the United States, you may not be. As a matter of fact, he says you're probably not eligible for it because you can't ship outside the U.S. But you can't even ship to Hawaii or Alaska to Hawaii. But let me tell you real quick: if you're in the U.S. and Tim, you're in the U.S. Last I checked, you have a chance to win a free bottle of wine too, which would be great for to start off your next adventure in retirement or semi-retirement, as I would say. Okay, here's how you win a free bottle of wine. If you go to howtopickwine.com, and no, this is not a paid endorsement. Okay, it's not a paid endorsement. He's not paying me to do this. I'm doing it because I love wine. You love wine. A lot of people love wine, and here's your chance to win a free bottle of wine. And this is just a natural pairing here, and it really is a natural pairing. Win a free bottle of wine for July 2021. Howtopickwine.com. Go there. This is Frank Romian's site. He has been giving away wine every month this whole year. And July is one more that he's doing. And he actually just announced the winners from the June giveaway that I was telling everybody about last month. He just did that, and now he's got one going for July. So here's how to win a free bottle of wine for July 2021. This is the giveaway. Now you have 4 chances to win. You can do this. You can have 4 entries. So what you do is, and I'm going to read this right directly from his website. He says, I will run the contest for the month and put everyone who participated into a randomizer to select the winners. The more people that enter, the more wine I give out. In addition, I want to thank all of you for your support, and this is the best way I know how. Sorry, but you have to be living in the 48 states of the U.S. mainland to participate. And he has a disclaimer here that says, you are considered 21 or older, 21 years or older if you enter. So here's how to win. First way to do it, join his Facebook group, How to Pick a Wine. You can join his Facebook group, How to Pick a Wine. You can also join his, he has another one, what is it? It's, I can't think of the name of the other one right offhand, but if you join his Facebook group, How to Pick a Wine, it's that gives you an entry, okay? The second way to do it is to, let's see, you can go to his, let me go back here. I lost my place here. There we go. Go to his website, howtopickwine.com, and like his post on how to pick a wine, howtopickwine.com. I think that gets you another entry. I'm going to have to go back and let me look at the June one. Maybe he's changed the rules here a little bit. Okay. You follow him on Instagram, How to Pick a Wine. If you follow him on Instagram at How to Pick a Wine, tell him to enter you into the contest, into the giveaway. That'll give you an entry as well. Scroll down to subscribe to my blog via email, howtopickawine.com. Gets you an entry. Hit like on his post. And if you're already doing those things, if you've done it in the past, if you're already doing those things, what he's telling you to do is to email him. Tell him that you're already doing those things. Send him an email or send him a private message, I guess you could say. Send him a private message on Instagram or Facebook or on his website at howtopickawine.com. Tell him you're already doing all those things because you entered in the past. He will enter you into the contest. He'll enter you into the contest. At the end of July, he's going to pick a winner. And then you might win. Who knows? You could win. Anybody could be a winner. Except probably me, because I'm sitting here pitching it. But I'm not getting anything for pitching it. Trust me. But you might be. I'm gonna enter anyway this month. Something that happens. Maybe just out of maybe I'll win. Who knows? I'm gonna try it myself again. I didn't win the last few times, but I'll try it myself. Anyway, that's how to pick a. Go to howtopickawine.com, okay? That's how to win a free bottle of wine for July 2021. And no, I haven't had enough yet. I haven't had enough yet. Almost. So, that's how to do that. Now, I do want to mention one more thing. I want to mention that we are in the throes of hurricane season. We have had storms. We have already had several named storms hit the eastern coast of the U.S. or around thereabouts, the Gulf and the eastern coast, the eastern seaboard. I think there's another one that's on the west side, on the west coast, near the west coast, if I remember correctly. I don't recall the name of it, but they are coming. Now, right now, there's a little bit of a lull. There's a little bit of a lull going on out on the coast of Africa. That's where a lot of these form that hit the east coast of the U.S. But just because it's kind of a little bit quiet right now doesn't mean you should let your guard down. Doesn't mean don't do that at all. Please do not let your guard down. Because you know what? Even if it's not a hurricane, it could be tornadoes. You could get sudden pop-up storms, and one of those could spawn a tornado. They could. You could get earthquakes. Earthquakes happen everywhere around the world. Tsunamis. There are all kinds of disasters, all kinds of natural and maybe some of the man-made disasters that happen around the world. And you don't want to be caught off guard. So put yourself together an emergency preparedness kit. Okay, I'm real big on this. Put yourself together an emergency preparedness kit. Go to ready.gov, ready.gov. It's a government website, U.S. government website. They have a list of items to help you put together your own emergency preparedness kit. The third item on that list is a weather radio. And they say a hand crank radio and a weather radio. This is a hand crank radio and it's a weather radio. It's both. And it's also solar powered as well. It has several power options, and it's actually on right now. It's actually active, okay? You can see that. This is mine. This is a Midland ER310, but I have others. I have an XT511 down on the other side of the studio. I have, of course, my studio doubles as also my home office, and where I produce a lot of the videos for bytwowayradios.com. I have a lot of radios over there in the corner, and that's kind of what I do. But I do this anyway, and I like to be prepared. I'm into weather. I'm kind of a weather, I don't know, I wouldn't say I'm a weather nut, but I like to keep up with the weather. But I'm telling you that's important you do this. Do it. And if you do this, please go to bytwowayradios.com. And once again, I put the wrong lower third up here. Okay, the right one. BuyTwoWayRadios.com. BuyTwoWayRadios.com has weather radios. They have FRS, GMRS radios, marine radios, airband radios, ham radios, business radios. You run a business of any sort, business radios, recreational radios, but they have all kinds of radios there. If you go to BuyTwoWayRadios.com, enter the promo code WINESHOW. That's WINESHOW, WINESHOW, all one word. You put it into the shopping cart at checkout, and they can be radios, accessories for radios, all kinds of accessories. Put that promo code in the shopping cart checkout, and you can save 5% off your entire order. Put it your entire order. Now, for full disclosure, I am the product manager for Buy Two Way Radios. I don't make any extra money for doing this, for promoting this. I just I get paid for doing my day job. And my day job's kind of exciting too, actually, because I get to test all these radios. I've got a whole ton of them here. I've got I go into my office in Rock Hill a couple of days a week, and I got a lot of radios there in my office there, and I get to test all these radios and answer customer questions about radios and write about radios. I do a lot of writing because I do a lot of blogging. I'm one of the spokespeople for Buy Two Way Radios, and I do the podcast, the Two Way Radio Show podcast. It has been nominated for People's Choice Podcast Award in the past, and we are 10 years. This is our 10th year doing the podcast, the Two Way Radio Show podcast. I do a lot of videos. I produce a lot of videos. That's actually one of the things in my day job. In fact, I produce a lot of them right here in my home studio. I produce a lot of those videos for BuyTwoWayRadios.com and do a lot of different types of videos. Some of them are like little short commercial type videos, and some are tutorials, some are kind of unboxing type videos, and a lot of different things all related to radios. It's kind of what I do. I've been doing that for going almost 11 years now. But and it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. But I am the product manager for BuyTwoWayRadios.com, so they don't pay me anymore for doing that. They just pay me for doing my day job. And this is this promo code that I'm giving you is just something that my boss said, hey, give your viewers and your listeners a promo code so they can save 5%. That's all. That's all that is. Okay. So I'm not making anything on the side for it. Okay. I'm still paying for all this by myself. And that's the truth. Anyway, so that's what we got there. Anyway, where were we? I'm going to give a short summary. I'm going to give a summary here on this wine here for just a moment. But let's go back for just a moment and check the chats one more time. What we got going on here in the chat? Tim, you're still with us, I hope. I know. Hope you're having a good evening, and your family too. All right, so we've got some things in the chat going on here. Let me catch up on the chat. Beast on Gaming says, the rare occasion I have a banana split is at Dairy Queen, and they make it with 3 scoops of vanilla with pineapple, strawberry, and chocolate sauce on it. Very different styles. Okay, I think that's kind of a traditional way to do it, with 3 scoops of vanilla. But at Disney, we like to do everything different. We had to put our own Disney touch on everything, right? But that's how we did it. We did it vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry. Kind of keep it a little Neapolitan, I guess you could say. Vanilla's, I don't know. Vanilla's okay, but it's kind of boring for a banana split. Yeah, you want to have something dynamic and more exciting from banana split. I've spent a lot of time in the ice cream business back in the early days. B says a mother... okay, I think this is a dad joke, isn't it? I'm going to read this. All right. He says, I had a few lined up. B says, a mother was walking with her 3 daughters. The first daughter says, Mom, how did I get my name? And the mother answers, well, when we were taking you out of the hospital, a rose fell on you, so we named you Rose. The second daughter asks the same question, and the mother responds, when we were bringing you out of the hospital, a lily petal fell on your head, so we named you Lily. The third daughter said, Ah, and the mother says, calm down there, cinder block. Oh, that's horrible. Did that come out of the dad joke book? All right, okay, before we close up, let's pull a couple of dad jokes out of here, okay? Let's pull it to them. I'm going to read a couple of dad jokes. Someone's been stealing patrol dogs. Police say they have several leads. That was dumb. What's the dumbest animal in the jungle? The polar bear. Do we have better ones than this? Okay, let me find some that are better. There's a new type of broom out. It's sweeping the nation. Okay, that was not too bad. Why don't seagulls fly over the bay? Because then they'd be bagels. I like bagels. I'm only familiar with 25 letters in the English language. I don't know why. I think that's enough dad jokes for tonight, don't you? That was my equivalent of a mic drop, the book drop. Yeah, that was good. So Beast on Gaming says one good one from the book. I'm working on a toy production line, and I'm working with one other guy to make exclusively Dracula toys. I need to make every second count. You know what? I'm going to do this one for you. I actually thought it was kind of funny. That was kind of funny. All right, that was really good. That was very good. You got applause on that, okay? You know, it came from the book. That was cool. I need to make every second count. Okay. Very good. I must have missed that joke in the book. I missed that joke. Okay. All right, so anyway, let me give you my final review. It's time to close up. It's past time to close up. Don't you agree, Tim? I'm sure my wife agrees. Okay, so here we go. In summary, this is what we've been drinking tonight. This is the Puerta Plata. This is a 2014 Reserva. 2014. It's been up there a while. 2014 Reserva is a Catalunya. This is 60% Tempranillo, 40% Grenache. I like a Tempranillo and I like a Grenache, and this seems to be a fairly decent blend, I would say, a decent blend. I paid $7.99 for this bottle, but I will say that it goes. I tried it with all this. I tried it with the spaghetti. It was okay with the spaghetti. It brought out some smokiness. The spaghetti, I think, really brought out the smokiness in the wine, is what it did. And it might have been because I just opened the wine. So I don't know about spaghetti, but it went pretty well with the. It went really well with the. What is this? It went. Yeah, maybe it is starting to kick in a little bit. It went really well with the corned beef. That's corned beef. It also went really well with the. I don't know what this is. What is? I guess I have had a little bit much. It went really well with the Colby Jack, and also I really liked it with the unexpected. This is the unexpected cheddar with Parm. I really liked it with that. I thought it was a really good pairing, and it also, of course, the Trader Joe's Double Cream Gouda was also a winner on this. Now there is one thing we have not tried it yet, and that is this. This is a lemon raspberry bundt cake from Nothing Bundt Cakes in Charlotte. So we're going to try this now. I'm going to try it now. And these are awesome cakes, by the way. These are really awesome cakes. Oh, wow. That is awesome. Let's try it with the wine. Whoa. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Sugar rush. Okay. Good. Very good. I would not recommend having this wine because it's a fairly bold wine. I would not recommend having this wine with a lot of sugary desserts on this. But if you do, you will really enjoy it. Oh my. You really enjoy it until everything just kind of kicks in. If you're a diabetic, please do not do this. This is, oh my. Feel that in the morning. Well, sugary, it was good. It was really good, okay? It was too good. It really was. It was too good. We'll leave it at that. Okay, so my final review is this is a pretty decent wine. $7.99 for a bottle. And the quality of the bottle is really high. This is a really thick, heavy bottle. And it has a deep pit, which means that it usually, or a deep punt is what they call it, which means that it's really meant to be stored for a little while. The fact that this is a 2014, okay? This is 2021. This was bottled in 2014. That's 7 years. This wine has been in this bottle for about 7 years. I think it does need to be decanted. It definitely does need to be decanted. Don't open this wine like I did and just drink it straight out of the bottle without decanting it. I would also recommend, because they do recommend that you chill it down first, I recommend this wine be chilled. If I chilled this bottle down, it probably would have been all right. But I think it definitely needed to be decanted first, because right now, after we've had the bottle open for 2 hours, it's actually pretty decent. It's actually pretty good. I like it. And for an $8 bottle of wine, I'd say this is a pretty good buy. I think this is a really good buy for $8. But like I said, decant it first, because if you just drink it straight out of the bottle, you're probably not going to like it right away. I'm getting blackberry, but I'm getting more plum, and I'm getting a couple of other things too. I'm getting a little blueberry in here also. It had a long finish at the beginning. The finish is not quite as long now as it was in the beginning, but it's still a fairly long finish, but it's a good one. It's a decent finish. It was jammy at first. It's not as jammy as it's opened up a bit. It's not as jammy as it was before. It's still a little bit smoky, a little bit not as leathery as it was in the very beginning as well. It's opened up. It's really I'm getting more different flavors out of this wine than I was in the very beginning. In the very beginning, everything was just kind of compressed, and but now that it's opened up a bit, I'm getting a little bit more out of it. And pretty decent wine. Pretty good wine for $8, I'd say. And the bottle itself is actually pretty good quality bottle. And I don't always buy the wine for the bottle, but sometimes I have, and I have a few back there to show for it as well. And some people, they collect bottles. Some people collect a lot of wine bottles. This is actually kind of a collectible type of wine bottle, in my opinion. It's actually pretty nice. I like it. So, in short, I think it's a pretty good, decent wine. Definitely worth it. Give it a try. It's something I'd pair with food, but rather than drink alone. But if you're going to drink it by itself, open it up and let it decant for about half an hour. I would say that. Give it about half an hour to decant before you drink it. And open it chilled. Make sure it's chilled first. Okay, but that's my final review for the wine, for the Puerta Plata Reserva 2014 Catalunya. Let me check the chats one more time for the last time before we close up. I want to thank everybody for joining me here tonight. I want to thank my lovely wife, Chi, who made this wonderful platter for me. Oh boy, that cake was something else. It's good. It's real good. Too good. And Tim, thank you for being here, and congratulations, my good friend Tim. And also I want to thank everyone who has been watching. We've got people watching on YouTube, just nobody in the chat. That's fine. It's fine. It's all good. And I also want to thank everyone who joined me on Twitch tonight. Did I just mute Twitch? There we go. I want to thank everybody personally, and I am. CM Cinder, thanks for being here with me tonight. Rye Bread, thank you, and by the way, happy birthday again to you, Rye Bread. And I'm not just toasting you because I like this wine, although I do like this wine. Happy birthday. And also, besides Rye Bread Art, Beast Down Gaming, thank you for being here in the chat. That Square Guy, as always, my good friend, it is an honor to have you here. And I hope Darcy's with you, and even if she's not, tell her hi for me. Give her my best. And I hope you both are doing very well. And who else is in here? Of course, Tom Antio, thank you for being here in the chat. And who did I miss anybody? I got Rye Bread, I got Beast, I got, who else did I get miss here? Dwayne, okay, I didn't forget you, Dwayne Johnson, thank you for being here in the chat with me tonight. Thank you, I really appreciate you being here tonight. And anyone else that I missed that I want to make sure I acknowledge everybody. Did I miss anybody? Okay. I'm scrolling through the chat and make sure I didn't miss anybody here. If I did, I apologize. I'm trying to catch everybody because you're important to me. You're all important to me, each and every one of you. Next week, we're going to have a lot of fun. You see this? Oh, you can't see it. Here you can. There we go. Over there. See this thing? That is a bargain wine I picked up. I don't know if it's any good or not. Never tried it before. It's a very cheap wine. We're going to open it up. We're going to have some fun with it. We're going to see if it's any good, and if it, see how it. Well, we'll see. In the meantime, I want to thank you for being here with me, for joining me here tonight, sticking it out with me. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and I do mean that. I want to ask everyone, please, I beg everyone, please do not drink and drive. You know that. Drink in the comfort of your home, your apartment, your hotel room, your wherever you are. Call an Uber, call a Lyft, call a cab, call a friend, or just stay put. Please do not drink and drive. I know folks who have been hurt by drunk drivers. I know those who have been killed by drunk drivers. I have a family member that was killed by a drunk driver. I have a family member who's no longer with us that was a drunk driver. Please do not drink and drive. That's very, very important. Do not text and drive either, because that's also very dangerous. Because I care about each and every one of you. I really do. And I want you to have a great week. But most of all, I want you to have a safe week. So you can join me here next week for the Saturday Night Wine Stream. And we can all get together and drink with Rick. Good night.